Hi class, Nicole here, and the discussion question that I really wanted to touch on today was my personal take on the term moments of truths, as discussed in chapter 3 of our text. So with that being said, being in a customer service position, I can see that there's a lot of value in creating positive customer relationships and interactions. Positive moments of truth help earn the trust and loyalty of customers, which in return becomes extremely valuable to organizations today. So, as I get to be a part of influencing others' moments of truth every day in the type of work that I do, this topic is really interesting to me. So, as customers call or come in to meet with an HR representative, I have the opportunity to represent the Department of Human Resources to create positive customer service interactions with employees. The first interaction is where the employee forms an impression, which can be either positive or negative based on their experience. This initial interaction is where the moment of truth originates. So with that being said, I would personally define moments of truth as the perceived level of quality service that one believes they experience based on their interactions alone. And as an example, in my own workplace, I can think of when a customer walks in with an HR-related question, and in that interaction, the employee is either satisfied or they're dissatisfied with the outcome of their service received. So they either got the answer to their question or they didn't, or they just don't get it. So that first initial impression that is formed by the employee from that initial interaction is the moment of truth. That will stick with that individual and or influence their next interaction. So when it comes to my own experience of personal moments of truth, just in a day alone, I can think of hundreds of examples and interactions for me. But for the purposes of time, I really just want to focus on a prime example that actually happened to me this morning that helped me form an impression of a company based on my interaction with them. With that being said, the first moment of truth formed was actually at my local Starbucks, and it involved their new employee that was recently hired. So every day I wake up at 5 a.m. and I immediately need to get my caffeine fix, and I drive to my local Starbucks, which I've already formed an impression on due to the amazing staff that works there. They know my drink order, they're so friendly, and they know my name, which is, I think, a nice little bonus. That morning, there was a new employee there to take my order. This interaction was a new moment of truth that I would have with this particular Starbucks. And how this interaction would go would form a positive or negative image about the Starbucks going forward. Luckily, the employee was very friendly and her demeanor was very nice and genuine. She was able to make my usual drink perfectly, and thus a positive experience was formed. Therefore, that moment of truth will only enhance my overall impression of that Starbucks. So in a way, that moment of truth was extremely important because it helped me further validate why I chose to go to that Starbucks alone and why I will continue to be a loyal customer of that Starbucks, especially when there's millions of Starbucks all around. I choose to go to that one because of my positive moments of truth that I've had at that store. So, that's my personal take on defining moments of truth. Thanks for listening, and I can't wait to hear your feedback. Enjoy the rest of your night.